The following production is brought to you by the Talkin' Buds Leaf Show.
Talking Buds Leaf Show. Leafs Panthers game 2 in the books. They're in big trouble. Like, there's really no other way to say it. Like, they are in big trouble. Watching the third period of that game was torture.
And you say 4 games?
Oh, you think they really? You think?
Hey, look at that.
You think
Paul,
that's?
there you go. You want a number? Screw the penalties. Here's 4-0. There you go.
You think that's a real I think, yeah.
I don't know.
The way
man.
Bobrovsky's playing, I think it's entirely possible.
I'm exhausted.
Listen, I'm looking at Twitter here, and it's like the uber positive crowd is just saying the entire thing is like, well, they just got goalied. They just got goalied, and it's like, yeah, they did get goalied. Like, Bobrovsky is out of his mind and saw everything and made.
That's the playoffs.
Yeah,
though.
that's the playoffs.
Yeah.
And
You could dominate teams and get goalied for 4 straight games.
but they took a period off. They took the second period off. They were up 2-1 and they came out not ready to play. I'm tired of this. And anyone who is sitting here and making excuses for them, you're a part of the problem too. Like, I've had enough of this, man. Like, it's like, yeah, that's really great that you dominated the third period, but guess what? You're in a hole and you're playing comeback because you took the second period off. And this Florida team, like, their whole modus operandi is if you turn the puck over, they're going to kill you. Take care of the puck. Like, honestly, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ryan's checking the audio levels.
I was going to say that might be the first time you ever clipped on the on the history of this
Ryan
podcast.
just checked the audio levels because I scream because I'm tired of watching this, man. It's like yes, again, it's the same story as game 1. Yes, there's some good things that happened in that game. They came out, they had a good start. Their power play looked good off the top. Alex Kerfoot got a nice goal where he went to the net. But again, it's like we just come out in the second period. It's stupid decision-making, not being ready to play, mentally not there. And guess what?
Yeah, you fall behind.
Yes, Florida scores 2 goals in 47 seconds. It's like, that's just inexcusable.
Yeah. You can't go down 2 games. Like, and this is the end of home ice for me. Like, I'm done.
Well, all you got to do is look across the playoffs as a whole. Home teams are not winning.
I am absolutely done with home ice advantage. I always have been, and this is proving my point that it means absolutely nothing. But I mean, yeah, I want to spaz right now. It sucks being down 2-0, and I guess you gotta get a taste of your own medicine, really, because the Tampa Bay Lightning completely dominated play and couldn't cash, couldn't score, and the Leafs scored on their opportunities, and that's what's happening right now. It's just what it comes down to. It's just the Panthers are scoring on their opportunities, the Leafs are not, and the Panthers are getting better goaltending than the Leafs are right now.
Ilya, I didn't touch on him off the top. Ilya Samsonov, that Barkov goal was horrendous. Like, you can't let that in, dude. Like, you can't let that in.
And that's it. And what's stupid too, looking at the 2 games, is, I mean, I'm with Maurice. Like, the fact that they only had 1 power play tonight, like, that's kind of wild. And the penalties have been pretty one-sided, and it's meant absolutely nothing. You got to give the Panthers credit, man. Like, when they get an opportunity to score, they score. Like, it just. Whether it's an ugly one, whether it's a pretty one, if you turn the puck over, it's going in your net. And especially when your goalie's letting in crap goals. Like, that's just Bobrovsky. Like, it's just I hate, like, I think the first game everyone was quick to just hype him up. But you look at him tonight, man. Like, he didn't look out of place at all. He was in position all night. He was seeing pucks through everybody. The Leafs weren't getting the right traffic in front. Like, they just. Yeah, I mean, think about the Leafs playoff series, even though they're all first rounds. Like, they've never gone down 2-0, ever.
No, they went down 2-0 in 2018 to the Bruins.
Did they?
Yes.
Well, that means nothing. But it's just, yeah, my point's just gone. I just did not do my homework on that one. Whatever.
But
series over.
But it's like,
they're playing a team. You said it during the game. They're playing a team that has absolutely nothing to lose.
I was speaking to a coworker. Sorry. There's a dude in our comments who keeps yelling at me for interrupting you. So I will.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's part of our dynamic. Whatever. That's like I'm the annoying, irrational one, and Ryan is the level-headed one. I was speaking with a coworker earlier today who compared the Florida Panthers to the Montreal Canadiens of 2 years ago. A team that came back to win a 3-1 series that no one thought they would win, and a goalie who everyone thought's best days were behind him, playing unconscious and getting his team, like taking his team to the Cup final.
Yeah, they're in big trouble. There's no two ways about it. You got to go win 2 games in Florida now, and from the first round, we could see that maybe playing at Scotiabank isn't the best thing for this hockey team because, frankly, they stink there.
I'm so tired of just like I said, it'd be one thing if they played. I'm not gonna say they played poorly in either one of these games, but they've taken stretches off. Tonight they took the second period off, and if it was just a matter of, hey man, they gave it their all for 60 minutes in both games and Bobrovsky just stoned them, I could live with that. But it's the bonehead decision making. It's the ticky tack, as I call it, twirly swirly hockey of we gotta like little pretty like you eliminated and had success against the best NHL goaltender in the last 10 years by getting traffic in front of him and throwing things at the net. Alex Kerfoot's goal tonight was traffic in front and banging in a rebound. And we're not doing that now. It's just we come over the blue line. It's how many times did you watch Austin Matthews and William Nylander come over the blue line and it's one shot? I don't want to. We were giving it to Nylander last episode. I don't want to be too hard on him because I thought he was their most effective guy in the third period. However, you come over the blue line and it's just one shot that Bobrovsky sees all the way and it's back the other way. Or you're in tight and it's pass, miss. Pass. And then the defensive zone, don't even get me started on that. The Panthers aren't the Lightning. They're not hemming the Leafs in. They just get across the blue line and the Leafs just kind of stand there and they move the puck around and they score.
Yeah, you look at the first round, it's the Lightning, the Leafs took so many periods off. If you think about other than game 2 of the first round, if you really think about their playoffs so far, they've been trailing for most of this 2023 playoff run. It's just Tampa Bay did not capitalize like the Florida Panthers are right now. They did it the way they did it against the Bruins and the way they're doing it against the Leafs. They're just a team that's on fire right now. Like they get the turnover and they score. It's just simple as that. Like the Leafs, there's this twirly swirly stuff, but but now they have the room to do that. They didn't have the room to do that against the Lightning. The Lightning gave them no room to do anything other than get a point shot off, and it ended up being effective for them. But now, like the Panthers give them room for a rush, and you can just see it. They go in, they get in a rush. They're not very good on the forecheck either. Like even when they dump the puck in, like dumping the puck in is a good play in the playoffs if you can go in and get it. Like the Panthers are pretty good at going in and getting it. The Leafs are not.
Yeah, they just play with this like sense of swagger and confidence.
But at the end of the day, it's just there's nothing else you can really say. I know it's kind of boring other than just one team is just scoring more opportunities and getting better goaltending. What else do you need in the playoffs, really? Like what else do you need? And people blowing up my phone being, oh, good, well, the Leafs have totally outplayed them. And it's like, it doesn't matter in the playoffs.
It doesn't matter.
How many times have you seen a hot goalie just win a series or just be a storyline? Like that's really all you need to win a playoff series, especially against this team. Like it's as simple as that. It's boring. And I'd love to just come on here and criticize Leaf player after Leaf player. But the fact of the matter is, they are dominating possession, but it's just they're not scoring goals. They had plenty of opportunities to score goals tonight. They just couldn't do it.
How do
And
you
they lose the hockey game?
Are you not like me and are like seething angry that they just come out in the second? Like the first 10 minutes of the second period, they got dominated by the Florida. That could have been 5-2.
Yeah.
That is what I'm angry about.
It's just, but like they've done that all playoffs.
I know,
Like,
but that's what I mean. It's like that's not winning. Like there
I just
isn't.
don't think they can get away from it because they they do it every game.
It's
basically.
It's loser hockey. It's just loser hockey. I'm so. I'm pretty pissed off. In case you haven't noticed, like I'm pretty pissed off after watching that. It's only 2-0. The series is not over, but man, the way Sergei Bobrovsky's playing, like Florida is so dangerous right now because they capitalize on their chances and they have a goalie who you need. It's going to take a lot to get pucks by him right now.
Yeah.
And little pretty passes in front of him aren't going to do it.
Yeah.
Unless you're on the power play, which is how Ryan O'Reilly got his goal tonight. And even then.
That was a beautiful play. Like, that was a great play. That was just moving the puck quickly enough that he couldn't push off to the other side fast enough. Like, that's also an effective way to score a goal. Like, they could have scored 3 goals tonight. Like, they hit the bar a couple times. Like, they had a couple nice passes. It's just, it didn't go in for them. And that's the difference in the hockey game. I'm just trying to fight the urge of believing that maybe they just had a giant horseshoe up their ass in the first round, realistically, because they got absolutely destroyed and Tampa just couldn't cash and the Leafs just cashed their opportunities. And now you're seeing it the other way around. It's like, yeah, the Leafs are getting possession. It's nice, but they're not scoring and Florida is. So that's, I don't know. I don't want to get too like it's weird watching second round hockey, number one. Like, I'm not used to it, and especially playing Florida, they don't bring up the emotions that a Boston does or a Tampa does, and you're watching it. I made the comment in the first episode where it doesn't feel like playoff hockey, and now it's down. Now they're down 2-0, and now it's just you're kind of back to that feeling of what it used to be like in the first round, where it's like, oh well, like now just things aren't going right for them, and I don't believe they're going to win this series now. Like I could say that's pretty much over.
Well, I'm not going to go as far as to say it's over, but it's not likely, and they're in a deep hole against a hot goaltender and a very, very dangerous opponent. And again, making stupid decisions and not protecting the puck in your own end is just like, why do you guys make it harder on yourselves? Like, you make it harder on yourselves. Like, I couldn't believe sitting there just stunned, all the air out of the building at the start of that second period when the Panthers score 2 in 47. Like, you're just not ready to play. You're not ready to play. And yes, Samsonov, those are brutal. The Barkov one especially, brutal. But there's still turnovers that lead to those goals.
Yeah.
It's just like,
yeah, it's not good.
no, it's brutal.
I'm actually kind of glad there's 2 days off now.
Yeah, I know. Everybody needs a little break.
Yeah,
like, everyone needs a little breather here. Like, this is
what a giant just. I was about to say something inappropriate, but just a big old letdown.
Yeah.
Eh? Like, you come in here, like the first game is whatever, it is what it is, and then it's just basically almost the exact same game happens again twice in a row.
Yeah, and like I said,
just,
like obviously you and I are gonna get the classic, like from the positive camp, we're gonna get the classic, like we're negative, and it's like, guys, honest to God,
you're
like
down 2-0.
yeah, like honest to God, guys, like it's like I don't know how you can watch that. Like I said, if it was just they went out there and they were giving it their all and it was just solely Bobrovsky standing on his head, yes, it would be super frustrating, but you would sit here and go, this guy's this is a 2-time Vezina winner, out of his mind right now. But it's stupid, lazy decisions that lead to this. It's not taking care of the puck. It's Harlem Globetrotter, pass. We need to pass the twirly swirly. We need to pass the puck 3 times before it goes in the net.
The twirly swirly.
Oh my God, man. So
Well, they got to win game 3.
yeah, they got. Well, yeah, you're telling me like they got to like you're not winning 4. If you lose game 3, it's over. You're not winning 4 in a row against this Panther team with Sergei Bobrovsky playing the way he is. It's not happening. Okay, let's talk serious here. Before we do that, do you see Kyle Dubas chuck the water bottle at the end of the game there? Of course,
one of my buddies texted me saying that like really pissed him off, and I didn't. Like, I would have thrown a television after watching that. Like,
why did that piss him off?
I don't know. He's just one of those guys.
Like, are you kidding me?
I would.
If I was him, I would have gone down after that second period and kicked something over in that room.
I would have hopped the meat.
That's what's wrong with this team. That's what's wrong with these superstars. If they've been coddled like that, like Sheldon doesn't go in there and yell at them. Anyways,
it's just it's just we need a 2-day break. It's hard to come on here and like we took a bite out of some of the guys after game 1. And it's just like, you know what? I don't really feel like doing that tonight. Like I thought they did. Like if you look, they outshot them, they outchanced them, they out possession them. They had more power plays. Like they dominated the third period. But at the end of the day,
they made boneheaded mistakes that cost them. And Samsonov let in 2 brutal goals, and that was it.
Like that's just the moral of the story here. There's nothing else to really say other than Florida's top players are scoring, and the Leafs' top players aren't capitalizing. And one team has a better goalie, the other team has a goalie that let in some crappy goals tonight. Like that's that's a recipe for success in the playoffs. Or failure.
I do want to quickly, seriously, before we get out of here, and when I say seriously, I'm going to ask you something, and I don't want you to go, I don't care, I don't want to talk about it. I want you to give me a serious answer. Mark Giordano is really, really, really struggling. He's like it was a -7 last I checked. What lineup changes are you making heading into game 3? I mean, we don't know what's happening with Matthew Nyes. Got hauled to the ice by Sam Bennett. It was a head injury. I'm assuming they kept him out to evaluate him for a concussion. That's my guess.
Didn't look that bad though.
Yeah, I know, but it's just
who knows.
They kept him out, and you made the right point. Like if we were watching the game and you said, in the playoffs, like it's probably like if you're not coming back to the game, you've probably been told you're not coming back by a concussion spotter. So it's probably what it is. Would you look at potentially subbing in?
Timo Meier came back into that hockey game after getting hit by Jacob Trouba.
Getting hit by a legit freight train.
Maybe he tweaked something somewhere else on his body, and maybe he is injured. Who knows? I don't know. I know what you're saying.
So what would you look at potentially taking Mark Giordano? Like, would you look at potentially taking him out?
I guess. Like, I mean, they got to just sit and analyze. Like, we see the -7, but I'm not rewatching the tape here. Like, they need their video guys, whatever preparation they do going into the next game. They need to look at the tape and really analyze his game. Honestly, I don't think he's played very good hockey since the middle of the regular season. I've been on record saying that. I know it's tough to say because he's a really good guy and he's Mark Giordano, and he just kind of got a free pass for a little bit because he was the veteran that came in from the city, and he's a beauty. But I mean, like, I don't think you have like much of an upgrade. Like, like they're gonna throw Justin Hall back in the lineup, or you put Gustafsson in. But Gustafsson, I'm not gonna pretend he's some legend either.
Well, no, but so do you potentially look at going the 11-7 route again, and that way you're sheltering Giordano a little bit, and you include Gustafsson, who's a puck mover that can skate.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
So, and I think Sheldon threw the Hail Mary in Game 6 against the Lightning with the 11-7. Your back is against the wall here. Like you gotta look at throwing the Hail Mary again.
Yeah, I just I don't know. I don't think I think with Justin Hall, like in that first round, like you just looked at goals and you're like, dude, that was bad. Like I mean, Giordano's not playing great, but I don't know if he's at that level.
I don't think he's not. I don't think he's coming out. He's like, as you said, he's a legend. He's a leader in the room. Like they're not taking him out. So I do think the next best thing is to go 11-7. Bring Gustafsson in. You can limit Giordano's minutes and the situation he's in. Plus, you got to ride your horses here. Like you need to win 2 games in Florida. So, which
I have a better idea of what they should do instead of take out Giordano. Score a goal.
yeah, yes.
Capitalize on your opportunities. Let's not worry about the 6th defenseman right now. Let's worry about scoring.
Yeah, that too.
Let's worry about not giving the puck away to the most dangerous turnover scoring machine hockey team I've ever seen in my life.
Sheldon Keefe said it's disappointing and baffling when asked how the Leafs started the second period.
Well, you watched it all last series.
Yeah, thanks, Sheldon.
Yeah, like
thanks, Sheldon.
It was
great,
the
great
same
analysis.
thing last series. They also came out and were awful during the starts of a lot of periods, but difference in between that series is Tampa's top guys were not scoring right now. This Florida team, they will bury you if you turn over the puck.
That is why, to anyone who's going to watch this video and write in the comments, you need to calm down, you need to relax, negative. No, like mental mistakes. Take care of the puck. Stop the twirly swirly. Stop it. Ticky tack. Enough.
They're just down 2-0.
Yes,
it's hard to come back from being down 2-0.
You're down, and you're down
against a good goalie.
Yes, you're down 2-0. There's 3 reasons why you're down 2-0. First and foremost, the 2-time Vezina winner is playing like a 2-time Vezina winner. Second, they're capitalizing on their chances because you're giving them quality chances with mental mistakes, not taking care of the puck. And number 3, your goalie stinks right now. Like, that's it.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'd almost be interested to like rewatch the game and just kind of take more notes on like the type of chances they had, because it seemed like they had a lot of rush chances, and like some guys got some clean looks. Like Matthews had like 3 clean looks tonight.
Yeah, Willie had a lot of clean looks in the
Willie
third
had
period.
a couple of clean looks.
Willie,
we
and a lot of the other fan base have gone in on Willie in the last few days, but he brought.
He took it. Like he finally took the puck to the net on that one shift, and Bobrovsky that's a goal I seen him score in the regular season like 10 times.
Yeah, but
Bobrovsky just stopped him.
You got to go through. You got to do what you did with Vasilevsky. Like, how many goals did they score on Vasilevsky from the point with a ton of traffic in front of him? Like, you got to do that again.
Count, but it was at least
a lot.
6.
You got to do that again here. Like if he can see it, he's literally he is locked in to the point that if he can see it, he's gonna stop it. So he can't see it.
Yep.
All right, we're going to get out of here. I'm with you. We need a couple of days off. Everybody take a couple of days off, regroup. The sky is not falling. They're down 2-0.
Get a win, get us back in this thing. Because right now I don't feel good.
They're undefeated in the state of Florida thus far.
Just get a win to make it 2-1, and let's all feel good again. Because right now I don't feel very good.
So we will be back on Monday night. We will not be back on Sunday after Game 3. We will be back on Monday night. Hopefully we have a positive thing to discuss, and we'll do sort of a holistic look of where everything is at heading into Game 4 on Wednesday. So if you want to come along with that, I promise I won't yell and scream and break your speakers. Well, actually, I might. No, you know what? That's the benefit of this is why. You know why you said I haven't clipped all year? Because we stopped doing post-game shows.
Yeah.
And when you have a chance to sleep on it, you can sort of calm down and collect yourself. So I promise I'll have had a night to sleep on it. I won't break your speakers. So if you'd like to come back and check out our Game 3 review, hit that like and subscribe button below. If you're listening to the audio version, leave a comment, leave a review. Every little bit helps.
Spread the word, tell your friends.
Really appreciate it. We'll see you guys after Game 3.